Hi, I'm Anna, and we are here at World Maker Faire in New York. And I've met all kinds of wonderful people. And I met Shruti today, and she's from Kodak. And I said, Shruti, you want to come learn how to make this really cute ornament? And she said, yes. So welcome to When Creativity Knocks.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks. And yet she said she already tweeted about she's on the show. So you guys, watch for the tweets. So this is really a little bit different than a normal ornament, because you first say, we're making bracelets. And I said, well, no, we are using the bangles. These are bangles from DIY Bangles, and they're this wonderful wood. It's so soft.
Very,
isn't that nice?
Amazing.
So what I did is I have this little hand drill at home, and I actually drilled a hole right in the top of the bracelet, and it was super. So you can use a power drill if you want to. I love my little Fisker hand drill. So once I did that, I'm just going to have you pull those over to the side. Then I painted, and I used folk art paint, and I painted with the red and the green. So first I painted red inside my bracelet, and then I painted green on the outside of the bracelet. And this is really only 2 coats, and it went on really nice and smooth, as you can see. Now, when you have that done, this is what our little finished one's going to look like, and we're going to finish this up. Isn't this cute?
Oh, yes.
And what I'm going to show you right now is how to do the stamping around the outside of the bracelet. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and now I'm going to set up and show you how to stamp. Now, this is a stamp from Judikins, and it's called a bolio, and it actually has, it looks like a little rolling pin, doesn't it? It has 4 different designs on it, and this is their holiday one. And I have chosen the holly that I'm going to do on this one. Isn't it pretty? And I'm just using a Stays-On ink pad, and I'm going to ink it. And I'm just going to ink like this.
Okay.
And I like to pat when I'm inking. So we're just going to pat it like this. And then I'm going to take the bracelet, and I'm going to start. I know this is where my hole is. And so I'm going to start here at the top, and I'm going to roll, and I'm pressing as I go. Okay, just like so. I'm basically walking this right down to the end.
I was wondering how you're going to stamp on that. That's
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
But now you can see I have a little bit left, so I'm just going to ink this part right here because I don't want to catch the bow again. And I'm going to just kind of eyeball where I stopped. You guys, bear with me here. Okay, and I'm going to just roll this again to a. Hopefully, that's probably it right about there. Okay, and you can see then we have the image all the way around the edge. Okay, now once that dries, and this will dry really very, very quickly, I'm going to take the stamp away. And then what I did is I put a coat of the extreme glitter on it. And I used the hologram glitter on this. And I just simply coated it with my finger. And then at the end of that, and I also, I don't know if you could see that in the inside, I also put the extreme glitter on the inside as well.
I think that's an awesome extra touch.
It's a nice little touch. And then to get this nice glaze on it, I used Judikins Diamond Glaze. And if you can see this at home, how shiny this is, it just gives it a really nice finished coating. And actually how I did that is I took, and I think we can go ahead back to this one. This should be dry already.
Wow.
I want to show you. We'll just do the little bit of the glitter. I'll show you really quick on this. So I applied the glitter with my finger, just like so. And then once that glitter dries, I'm going to do that on the inside and the outside. Then I came back with the diamond glaze and really did all finger painting with this. I didn't use any brushes for this part. And then you just put the diamond glaze on. And once it's dry, like I said, you just go right over the top. And look how shiny that is. And that will dry. Yeah, that will dry, as you can see. It dries pretty shiny like that. You may want to put 2 coats on. It's really totally up to you on how you want to do that. So now what I want to show you is I want to show you how to decorate. This is the really fun part. Okay, the next thing I did is I wanted to get the holly on the front of our ornament. And so I could have stamped it just on paper, but I decided I wanted it to match exactly to the bracelet. So I literally painted the cardstock. You can see that I painted it, and I actually gave it a couple coats, and I turned it over and I painted it on the back side, and it gave the paper a little bit more strength because it is acrylic, so it did do that. So then I took another Judikin stamp. This one's one of their cube stamps, and I stamped the holly right on there with the stays on. Then I cut it out. And if you can see, I've cut out around a little bit outside the line. I call it shadow cutting. So I just cut a little bit on outside the line. Here again, I repeated the same thing as I did with the bracelet. I put the extreme glitter on, then a coat of the a diamond glaze, and then I glued some little buttons on from Blumenthal Lansing that look like little berries. So now this is one of our components to finish our bracelet. The other one is I used these felt buttons also and glued little, as you can see, I've glued the little buttons inside the felt just like that. Okay, so we're going to pull this piece over here, our piece so far, and you can see I just glued these right on. Okay, and I did just, I'm going to show you in a minute, but I wanted to show you, see how this is wired in the back?
Yes.
Okay, so what I did was I turned over my holly and I literally hot glued wire onto it, so now I can actually turn this just like if it was a leaf that you would buy in the store. So now I can curve that leaf and you can put it on just like that. I think that's a cool tip. Do you like that?
I love it. It maintains shape. That's awesome.
It did. And I thought, oh, I'm so smart sometimes. So then I went ahead and I just glued on the felt buttons, and I glued some felt buttons up at the top. And then I took one of the other larger buttons and I glued a picture. This is my children. I know, guys, it gets so sick of me always using them. And I used the diamond glaze. I put a piece of wire on the button. I'm just going to turn this over real quick so you can see how I did that. I wired it on. And then I'm going to use the diamond glaze over the top, just like this. And this will set that nice shine just like I did with the bangle. And I do want to tell you here again, I do like to get my photos color copied at the copies because my inkjet printer will bleed with you. Sometimes using these products will make it bleed. So you just have to test it, what works best for you. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to wire this and make yourself a little loop up at the top, and then you're going to have this cute little ornament. I'm going to show you here.
Oh, that's beautiful. That, I think, is one of the most creative uses of a button ever.
Oh, thank you. So we've got this little the bangle, and this is really fun because you can do any of your family. So it's kind of like a little keepsake. You can date it on the bangle as well.
You can personalize it with your little autograph.
There we go. We'll personalize their autograph, and I'm going to show you a couple more that I did before we finish up, because I was really having a lot of fun, and I was using the Judikins. I love sea things, and so they have this great mermaid, and I did the same thing with the mermaid. Is what I did is I stamped her. I actually pre-painted the paper. We'll show you that really quick. So I pre-painted the paper, and I actually put a pearl over the top, and then just stamped her. Here again, a coat of the diamond glaze over the top. I put wire in the back to wire her so she's bendable, and then I just had fun with buttons and some real seashells on here, so I made this really fun ornament for that.
Cool. I think your wire tip is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I was like, oh, that was really fun. And here's one I just took a pine cone.
Love that.
And I did the same thing. And here, now this one, I didn't use any wire, but I used a lot of the diamond glaze to really mold and shape it. And these were all stamps. And as you can see, this one has the pine cone stamp along the edge. And I just was having so much fun with these, and I had to quit because I will keep going on and keep making more and more. But I thought these were just really fun, and I'm glad you enjoyed them.
I love them. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you know what we say, when creativity knocks, open the door.
Perfect. Thanks.